Yes, when the church ruled the world in the medieval ages, they called it what, Neil?
The Dark Ages.
The Dark Ages, and that's
Rightly
because
called.
it was a dark time.
Yep.
Now, it's very easy, of course, for Protestants to attack Catholics because Catholics lit the fires of the Inquisition. But the truth is, the Protestants were killing each other. It was the Protestant masters over the American Negro slaves. It was Protestant imperialism that's driven our world today, you could argue. And so we're all really in the same leaky boat. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, definitely. Certainly are.
Yeah. Well, we've been thinking about St. John's visions, and in St. John's vision that he found in chapter 8, he hears a trumpet blowing. There it is, a ram's horn, a shofar, and he sees 7 trumpets blowing in sequence. And when these 7 trumpets blow, it shows that God is aware of what's happening on earth. And actually goes and shows that God's pretty cranky about what's happening on earth. And what specifically is he cranky about? What the Christian church is actually doing and what's happening. Christian people are praying, saying, God, rescue us. And through these 7 trumpets, just like the 7 churches' vision, through the sequence of the ages, centuries by centuries, God knew in advance what was going to happen. Now, of course, God did not throw the baby out with the bathwater, just like in Old Testament times, he didn't throw his ancient people of Israel out either. In fact, God has always welcomed the prayers of his people. Revelation chapter 8 says there's the altar of incense, the incense for prayer, and it's there in heaven. And when the trumpets blow, one by one, God hears the prayers of his people through the ages. When the first trumpet blows, the Holy Bible records that it was the grass that was burnt up when God sends fire. Now, it's not literal, it's poetic. But in the Old Testament times, the green grass was a symbol of God's Israeli people. And so when the Christian church began, persecuted by the Jewish faith, he rescued the New Testament Christians from their Jewish persecutors. What would the Roman Empire do? Well, the Roman Empire then picked up the persecution. As soon as the Jewish nation quit persecuting, the Roman Empire began to persecute all the new Christians. They're praying, they're dying by their hundreds and their thousands, and so God withdraws his protection, if you like, from the ancient Roman Empire. And it too collapses. God is intervening in history in order to bring about the possibility for humans to find out more about him. What happens when the Christian church takes over the world? Well, the Bible goes and says that it was like a fireball streaming from heaven, hits the waters, and this pure water becomes deadly, bitter, and poisonous. Compromise at a very early stage creeped into the Christian church. It was the first Christian emperor that began to mix the state and the church, politics and church, enforce the Christian view upon everyone in the Roman Empire, and then the 4th trumpet blew. Wouldn't you like to blow one of those? You know, why is it that in the medieval ages, the time of the 4th trumpet blast, that when the church ruled the world, we're not attacking Catholics, we're not attacking Protestants, we're all one church in that time, there was one denomination. Why was it when church mixed with state, nobody could trust the Christian church? It was a terrible time. If you wanted to have faith and read the Bible for yourself, it was almost as if you were a New Testament Christian once again. And so, St. John's vision, 4 great trumpet blasts, blowing one by one through the ages, the 7, but today we're only covering the first 4 because Revelation chapter 8 just leaves us with those first 4 trumpet blasts. Where would you like to think about God and how he acts with humans in this world's affairs? I think God's somebody that you could trust with the story of your life, no matter what people do.